What is the organic unity of Scripture in typology? Imagine reading a story where every part fits perfectly, like pieces of a puzzle coming together. That's what the organic unity of Scripture means in biblical interpretation. It's the idea that the entire Bible is one connected story, not just a bunch of separate books. This unity shows how the Old and New Testaments work together seamlessly. When we study typology, which looks at how people, events, or things in the Old Testament foreshadow what happens in the New Testament, understanding this unity is key. It helps us see that everything points to Jesus Christ and his work. The Bible was written by many human authors over hundreds of years, but it's guided by God's hand. This means all parts of Scripture are designed to fit together without contradiction. Think of it like a master artist creating a painting where every stroke has a purpose. The Old Testament contains promises and shadows that find their full meaning in the New Testament. For example, the promise of a Redeemer in Genesis 3 is like a seed that grows into the full revelation of Jesus Christ in the Gospels. This unity is natural, not forced. It's like an acorn growing into a mighty oak tree. What is seen in the Old Testament is the beginning or shadow of what is revealed in the New Testament. When we understand this, we see that the Bible is one story of God's plan to save people through Jesus. The Old Testament prepares the way, and the New Testament fulfills it. For biblical interpretation, this means we don't look at the Old and New Testaments as separate stories. Instead, we see how they connect and support each other. The events, people, and symbols in the Old Testament are intentionally designed to point forward. When the New Testament writers refer to these types, they show us how God's plan has been unfolding from the start. Understanding this unity helps us see the Bible as a single, cohesive message. It deepens our appreciation for how God's plan of salvation is woven through every part of Scripture. It also encourages us to study both testaments together, because they are like two sides of the same coin. When we do, we gain a clearer picture of how everything in the Bible fits into God's bigger story. This approach makes biblical interpretation more meaningful and helps us trust that Scripture is one divine message from beginning to end.